Hello, my champions. In this video, we are going to watch how to draw angles using a scale and a compass. This is a scale and this is a compass. Usually, this compass is used to draw circles and arcs. And protractors, this is a protractor, is used to measure or draw angles. But now, we are not going to use the protractor to draw. Instead, we are going to use the scale and the compass to draw the angles, various angles, and then use a protractor to measure and see whether we got that much degrees, right? For that, let's first start with drawing a ray. This is one of the rays of the angle. Once you've done that, take the compass and keep the needle of the compass at one of the end points, right? Keep it at one of the end points. I've kept it here. Now I can move. One second. Let me erase this. Okay. Now move the compass, the pencil part, to less than half of the line. Okay. Move it to less than half of the line. Now it is on the tip, right? You see it now here. And now I start drawing a arc starting from here till here. Now what happens? You all know that this much will be 180 degree. Correct? This is the concept behind it. This is the concept behind it. Now in 180 degree, if I make 3 equal parts, what will happen? 180 divided by 3 is 60 degree, right? So without changing this width, whatever we have selected, we should not change this width. Remember that. This is the arc you have done and the compass width is to be kept the same way. And put your needle on the arc, that is the new arc that you have drawn on the line. Keep your needle there. And then I'm going to rotate this just in case. All right. Okay. I'm going to keep the needle on this point. Okay. Keep the needle on exactly on that point. Now I'm going to draw my arc. 1 second. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to take this. Okay. I'm going to move like this and I'm now going to draw arc here. You see, I've got one arc here. Do you know this one will be exactly 60 degree? Okay. This part will be exactly 60 degree. How? We will see. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to place this ruler on this edge, this point end, and on the arc where we have cut the arc, right? These two lines we are going to join. These 2 points, right? The 1 second. Let me keep it very clearly so that we are not, even after drawing the arc properly, what if we have not drawn the line properly? So I'm keeping the pencil properly and now I'm going to draw a line. So I've drawn a line, right? Now I am saying that this is going to be 60 degree. Let's see whether it is 60 degree. Okay. So let me take a protractor and keep it here and to measure the angle, right? Right. If you see here, do you see? It is exactly this black line and this black line between how much? 0 to 60 degree. So this much was how we draw the 60 degree. Now, what is the concept behind, as I told you already, 180 divided by 3, right? Now, what do you mean by divided by 3 means? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep the needle at this arc position. Okay. I'm going to keep the needle at this arc position and I'm going to draw another arc now. Another arc I'm going to draw. See, I've drawn this arc. Now I'm saying this is 60 plus 60, 120. I'm saying that is what, how much it's going to be. Let's see. Let's keep a scale and join the points and then see whether we are getting 120 degree. Right? So I'm going to draw a straight line. And remember the arc, the cutting point, the intersecting point of the two arcs and the starting point of this vertex, right? This is what I'm going to join. I am saying the new line that I've drawn now, that is 120 degree. Okay, that is 120 degree. As of now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase this line so that does not confuse you while you're going to measure this. Let's see whether this is 120 degree. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give the protractor on this place. You see here, exactly it is 120 degree. Correct? Now, let me bring back that line. Okay, so this was a 60 degree, this was a 120 degree. Now why am I saying this means, you see, next time I keep the I do the same kind of arc work, again it will come at 180 degree exactly. You will see that here. Okay, now what is happening, I'm getting this one here and I'm drawing an arc, right? I'm drawing an arc. Now if I had drawn an arc here, this arc, if it had continued, it would have cut here, right? So now let me see whether that point and this is 180 degree. Shall we see that? Okay, let's see that. And we know 180 degree is a straight angle. Why? Because it forms a straight line, isn't it? It forms a straight line. Right. Now, if you see, this is nothing but 180 degree. How? Look at this. We have got the 180 degree. Right? See? So, the concept is, once you draw a arc and then take this compass and keep here and keep drawing one arc here, one arc here, one arc here, you're going to get 60 degree, 120 degree, 180 degree. This is the concept, right? And very important thing is the width of this does not change. In the beginning, how much of a width I had kept between the pencil and the needle, that remains same. Now, we've already drawn what all angles we have drawn. We have drawn 60 degree, 120 degree and 180 degree. Now, how do we get other angles? How do we get other angles? That we can find out by knowing how to draw angle bisector, right? That one we will see in our next video, okay? Where we'll be talking about whenever an angle is given, using the compass, how can you bisect it? How can you cut it into half parts? Why do we need that? When if you know half, if you know to do half of something, right? Angle bisecting means two parts, two equal parts. When I know to bisect this 60 degree, I can get 30 degree, right? Between 60 and 120, the middle one, right? The bisecting, that point will be 90 degree, right? And between 120 and 180, if you do, you'll get 150 degree also. So using the compass and scale, you can draw 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 120 degree, 150 degree, 180 degree, and further even 90 degree you can bisect to get 45 degree also. So that you will be able to do when you know how to do a angle bisector, right? That we'll see in the next video. Until then, keep practicing how you did 60 degree, 120 degree and 180 degree just by using a compass and a scale. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.